Okay, so we're putting more in because it's really hard. And when you did that, there was only pink grease at the very tip, and there wasn't any pink grease from the middle. Do I want pink grease coming out the middle? Is that when we know it's good? Do we have to wait for pink grease to come out the middle, Dad?
No. But see this grease coming out of here?
That's black grease. Oh, yeah. There is some pink grease down in there.
Yeah, it's coming now. That tells you they've got the old dirty grease out. See, the old black dirty grease is out.
Yeah.
And the nice new grease is in all the way through that. See, it came out the other side, actually.
Okay.
Of that control arm. Okay.
Okay.
What was that?
My hat.
Okay. So there you have it.
And didn't you say that the owner's manual has a little map of where all these little doodads are?
Yes. Yes, it does. But you can also find them. Just
track back from all the moving parts.
Right.
Just like
now,
touch everything.
There's an upper control arm there, right? With
yeah.
a grease fitting.
Yeah.
So it's intuitive to know that there's a grease fitting at the lower control arm here.
Intuitive. Good word.
Is it on there good?
Okay.
See, this is real easy. See, somebody has kept this nicely lubricated.
I can see the black grease is pushing out the other side.
So that's a good sign to stop.
It's a good sign to stop. Even though it's not pink. It's okay.
Sometimes you want to do this with a screwdriver because yeah. See, that's the dirty stuff we didn't want in there.
Yum.
So sometimes it's good to do this with a screwdriver because once in a while this will get stuck on. And you put the blade of the screwdriver in there and just pop it back off.
Pop the little nozzle off?
No, this thing off.
Oh.
Sometimes this will, when it snaps on there like that.
So just have a flathead screwdriver. Yeah. Okay, and you're squeezing.
Oh, I see it coming out already. That was like before.
Isn't that the one we just did? What was the one we did? Oh, we did that one. That one, and now we're doing that one.
That was just hard to get off. But look at what came out the back. Pushed all that grease out.
Okay, I just need to work on this now for a little while. I'm just gonna. I think it's supposed to be coming out from right in here. Got it? Yeah, I know. Well, maybe.
No, that one went in.
Okay.
No grease came out. Yeah, well, that's enough.
Okay.
Came out everywhere here.
Want this?
Draw some grease everywhere.
You're going to have to wash this again. It's gotten grease on it from both us leaning on it, and you just touched it with the whole thing. You're going to have to wash this. So where was the one that you said, if I'm a fanatic, don't miss this one?
No, some of the fanatics use different greases for different fittings. Some of them will use a real light grease for the steering column, and a heavier grease for the brake assembly, and a lighter grease for the, you know, all different grades of grease, if you're like goofy.
Because of the different metal parts,
Yeah.
there's like
the
iron parts versus like stainless steel or something?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They just, you can have different grades of grease for different applications. Now, I do use a different grease for the door hinges and stuff like that. I don't use this heavy grease. But the owner's manual didn't call for any special greases. It just told you to grease everything, all the fittings.
Are there more
There's some fittings in the back.
points on the back wheels?
I think cut on these.
Do we have to jack the car up to get to them?
I think so. I have to look at the owner's manual. I might do that some other time. I don't want to spend money.
Are you getting tired?
Wow.
Are you getting tired?
A little bit, yeah.
Now, can you leave these things loaded like this, or do you have to clean them all up and get them all apart and all that down?
Well, you have to have the handle down. You can't leave it loaded with the handle off.
Well, now when I squeeze it, it's gonna...
Right. So push it all the way down, tight to the thing. Good. Otherwise, that grease oozes out and drips all over the wheel. Isn't it pretty though?
Mm.
I like that wheat. Now we can leave it just like that. Good. That doesn't stay there, and that's fine.
Oh.
Just wipe this off. As much as you pump it, it'll come off.
It's filthy. You want to use a towel to wipe it down more? Like the handle and everything is gross.
It is.
Like the whole cylinder is like disgusting.
Where's the
Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad. Grease is always disgusting. These jobs are dirty. It's the dirtiest job with cars. Okay. Now, clean it.
We have to move the Prius because we have to get it off the tarp.
Yeah. Or I can just drive
But
it
I
in.
thought we were gonna like drain the radiator and everything today.
Oh, well, no, we don't drain the radiator, but we should try.
Cool.
Yeah, you can open it. Fluid should be clear and up to the top of the radiator.
Up to the top of what?
Let me see. We should be able to see the fluid.
What fluid do you use? So the fluid is like to the top of this part, Dad, where like the little metal is.
That's where it's supposed to be. Look down in.
Yeah,
Not with that. Look, use your eyes,
I
honey.
can see it. I see the little slats.
Yeah, see the metal top? You
Yeah.
can see the metal top of this and the slats. The water's supposed to be just above this, not up to the top of this. It's supposed to come up over this and run back down these tubes.
When it's hot.
Yeah. I got spots everywhere. That was a big mistake. Can't do it so nice and clean.
I can work on that. It's
The
all
whites-
over
it's
the front of
all
the
through
radiator.
I'm going to have to use a soft brush to brush it off of that.
It's actually very powdery. It washes right off.
Yeah. It's polishing compound. Okay, so I'm down a good bit.
So you have to want to cover that metal.
See how in there?
Yeah,
Take the light.
yeah, I see it.
Okay, so
You it's the water.
well, there's two different kinds of antifreeze. There's the type that you mix.
Oh, I thought water went in there.
Antifreeze.
Only because we're winterizing it, or always?
Always.
Oh,
You don't take the antifreeze out when you drive. I thought I had antifreeze. Where? It's here.
oh dear.
Oh, that's the next thing.
We have no antifreeze.
I had antifreeze. I
Um,
don't remember using it.
it doesn't need a special kind of antifreeze, Dad. Does it have
Well, there's two different kinds. There's one kind is a concentrate that you mix with water, and the other kind is ready to use. It's already mixed 50-50, and you just dump it in.
Okay, wait. So you have to mix stuff to put it in the radiator?
Some antifreezes are concentrated, and they're intended to be mixed with water. It'll say right on the container if that's the case. That's odd. I'm certain I had it.
Is it in the shed?
I must have used it up.
Well, there's a whole bunch of car stuff here.
Fluids. That's just, these are all polishes. Cleaners and polishers.
What's this over here? All right, so you don't use a certain brand. Are you brand loyal to something that you like? Use this antifreeze?
I just use a good brand. Any
A
name
good
brand.
name brand.
Any name brand.
Okay.
Well, so to get a full bottle, I only put half a bottle, half the new one in. I don't know how I ended up with half a bottle, but that's the way it's always been.
You don't have to run it, Dad, at
No.
all?
Yeah.
Well, you said you wanted to run it anyway after the oil change.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have zinc in, and we have the gas protector in. How long do you run it for?
There. That's about what I started with in the other one too. It doesn't feel like anything, but
Would you run it for like half an hour?
oh, even 15 minutes. As soon as it gets hot, the oil starts circulating. Front.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so when we take her into the garage for the last time, after the antifreeze is topped off, you've got a piece of plastic down, you put her those little safety orange jacks on the T-bar, the ones that we used today.
No, I'll jack it up. I might use those. I have those wooden blocks back there, those big square wooden blocks.
Okay.
And I jack it up, slide those underneath there, and lower it down. It's not up in the air, it's not off, the tires aren't off the ground or anything, it's just the weight, a lot of the weight is off the springs and tires, so that they're not getting squished over the winter time.
Okay.
You know?
So if I was doing this the way you taught me, I would take, I would take these little orange ones, I would brace them underneath Cassie, then I would get the lever one, this one over here, the lever one, and I would lift her up, put the wood blocks in, then take the lever out, and then take the little orange ones out, right?
Yeah, yeah. I use these wooden blocks. I put one up underneath there's part of the frame right in front. It's a big steel pad right in front, right in the middle of the frame. I put one block under that, jack it up, put those spacers up so it just gets a lot of the weight up off the tires.
So the tires are like barely touching the ground.
No, they're touching the ground all the way down. They're just the weight of the car isn't on. That just relieves a lot of the weight on it.
All right, is this like a psychological thing you do, or is this like actually mechanical?
This is actually mechanical.
Okay.
This takes the weight off the tires.
Got
Those are
it.
bias. Those are just bias ply tires. They're not radial tires, and it can damage the sidewalls and the cords and stuff if you let them sit a long time with all the weight of the car.
It doesn't matter if the rubber's touching the cold concrete?
No, it's the weight of the car on the tires without moving for a long time.
And you just put this
And
down
the springs
to
are
make
low.
sure if something leaks, you can tell.
Exactly. If I pull out and I see a big puddle of oil somewhere, then I know something's leaking. But if a little drip or here and there is nothing. My old cars all dripped a little bit.
Well, we just covered it in oil, so all the little bearings are going to be like oozing.
Yeah, last year after I did it, I found some globs of grease that had dripped up.
Slowly come out.
Slowly fell out.
All right, so that's it. We put in gas, we changed the oil, we added zinc because we changed the oil, You top off the antifreeze,
Greased all the grease fittings.
the grease fittings. That's only once a year, right?
You see,
And then we block her up off her tires. What about anything with the canvas? Does that have to be protected with like spray, mothballs? Do you put like anything like to keep mice out of the car?
I did. I have these containers of mothballs, and I put them in the front and back of the car.
Mothballs.
Keep the mice out.
Do
You can
mothballs
do-
work on mice too?
Yeah, they don't like them.
Okay.
Somewhere here I have my old Ford automotive. She's gone. I have my old Ford.
I thought it was inside with
Owner's manual.
on the bookcase by your chair.
It might be.
Do you want me to go look up the little plugs? Are you worried that we missed some more up near the front?
I'll look them up tonight. I'll find it and look them
Well, if you have to put her back
They
up on
might
the
be-
ramps,
they
I'll
might-
come over and help you again.
up. Okay. Well, no, I wouldn't put her up. I wouldn't put the back up on ramps. I guess you could, but I don't know how you. I wouldn't do it. I don't think they'd even fit because the back end's so low they'd hit the ramps before they got up on the lift. But they were good for the front, I think. If they didn't, if that one didn't slide, it would
We
have
should
been.
block them before we drive her up onto the ramps, and then they won't move out
I
from
don't know how I'd
underneath
block
it.
it. I thought of that, but I don't know how I could block it. They shouldn't slide. I think if you got them both equally, well, I think they were. I know they were on the plastic tarp, and I don't think I'll do that again. I think I'll drive them up on the ramps and
And
then
then put
spread
the
the tarp
put the tarp down
and then
second.
in between the wheels, so we don't crawl around them.
Okay.
But I think we got a big piece of it done.
Okay.